I wanted to start with some highlights in this Jubilee year that are related to the growth of our community, the Consecrated Women. The first is that we had 2 young women make vows this year. One May 31st, and happens to be a young woman who is from Germany, but she took part in our residential discernment program in Atlanta, Betty Duda. So that was a blessing to have her in our community and to witness this fresh yes to Jesus in responding to the call that she was receiving. And we had another one that was in Venezuela that also made her vows. We also had 2 young women make their final vows this year, which is also a grace. It's after a whole period of discernment that is about 8 years of a discernment process, and come to make definitive vows. So that was a blessing for our whole community. We also had 6 young women enter the candidacy program, one of which was a young woman from California, Savannah Plunkett, who also participated in our discernment program in Atlanta. I think even just in the last 2 years, we had 6 young women be part of the residential program. So you can see young women that are open, that are wanting to discern with us, that are exploring a life totally given to Jesus in poverty, chastity, and obedience within Regnum Christi. Secondly, it's a Jubilee year. I think I almost want to say a third of the consecrated women in the North American territory went on pilgrimage and brought a lot of young people with them. So there was a different range of even young people because of the Jubilee for the youth. There was a lot of young people that participated in that, as well as volunteers, adult volunteers. And we also had some vocational discernment pilgrimages, right, to participate in the Camino Santiago, and also to go to Rome, to go through the Holy Door of St. Peter's. There was probably in total about 600 pilgrims, including the consecrated women themselves. Some of the summer activities here in the US and in Canada, basically they're kind of the usual summer events that are happening, but we continue to see growth in this, in the number of participants. There were 15 youth camps with around 450 girls participating. We also had high schoolers who committed their summer to help in our apostolic activities as ECYD missionaries in 5 different sites around the territory. Other mission highlights related to our youth work is that we have grown our youth work this year from I think we had 1,000 before, young girls in ECYD, and now we have 1,800, and we now have 60 clubs, which increased by 10. Last year I think there were 50 clubs. So that's beautiful to see the growth and the reach that we're having with more families, getting to know the beautiful charism that we have of Regnum Christi. We also have, with the RCMC program, we had 16 young women that are now missionaries, and they were sent to 5 different cities in North America as well as beyond. We have some in Manila, and then they were also sent some to Mexico, I believe. So it's beautiful to see just the growth of that program, which is so helpful. These young women that actually live with consecrated or serving in the locality, supporting Regnum Christi and helping the mission move further. After the 2024 General Assembly that took part in Rome, we were able on the territorial level to really look at those priorities and bring them down to make a strategic plan that would help all of the localities. At the same time, the consecrated women also have some priorities that we're focusing on. So I wanted to share those with you today. The first one is promoting the vocational culture, deepening in our understanding and assimilation of first of all, our baptismal vocation to holiness, but also this beautiful gift of the Regnum Christi vocation that we've all received. Another priority is committing to be and to form communities, and really striving to help support the localities to become communities of apostles. And then thirdly, strengthening Regnum Christi as an apostolic body engaged in mission, with marriage and family as a specific highlight and focus. Lastly, I wanted to share about something that is important, right? In order for us to be able to further the mission, we're always needing to look at the sustainability of that mission. One of the advances that we made this year is that we were able to hire a development director, Nancy Jatko. Part of her role is to really support our communities to continue in their growth, in their fundraising and development efforts, as well as expand our donor reach. So that's a big part of what her role will be, and we're just blessed to have her be part of that mission with us. Actually, back in 2020, we talked about the desire to want to be financially autonomous, and we've been having like little efforts to not lean so heavily on the Legionaries for their support, which they've done so graciously over so many years. And our goal was that by 2026, we would be able to stand on our own 2 feet. And I am so happy to say that with the work and the dedication and the love of so many people, but also the work of the consecrated women themselves and the communities, we are in a place of financial health. We still have a ways to go, but we're on a good path forward as we continue to ask the Lord for His blessing and trusting in His providence as well. Some hopes going forward. We always have hopes. Hope springs eternal. My mother would always say that. Hope springs eternal. So we're starting this January that we have our General Assembly. This happens every 6 years. And during this year, the theme is Apostles of Hope. This is what we're looking at. And we have different themes that we're covering with regards to the Society of Apostolic Life, our mission. How is it that Jesus is calling us to serve and sow the seeds of the kingdom, and many other themes besides that. We're looking at our vow of poverty, going in depth about that. We're looking at the contemplative aspect of our life and seeing what that could look like for some women, feeling called to more contemplation. One of the things that does happen in a General Assembly is the election of the General Director and her council, so that will be happening. We ask for your prayers for this period of time. It begins January 5th and it goes all the way till February 15th. So we do ask for your prayers. The Legionaries will also at the same time be having their general chapter. Last but not least, it's to thank you for your support, for your love, for the way in which you share the mission with us. We are so grateful to share this charism with each and every one of you. And we look forward to this new year and continuing to partner in mission. God bless you.